Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and we keep on going through our chick flicks, our rom-coms, and today we're going to discuss the iconic Dirty Dancing, starring Jennifer Grey, Patrick Swayze, Max Cantor, Cynthia Rhodes, Jack Weston, Jerry Orbach, and Wayne Knight. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. As I said in the introduction, we're still doing our rom-coms, our chick flicks, our Valentine's Day fare for today and tomorrow. And today is an iconic film, Dirty Dancing. And our movie opens in the summer of 1963 as 17-year-old Frances Houseman, better known as Baby, is vacationing with her parents, Dr. Jake and Marjorie Houseman, as well as her older sister Lisa, at Kellerman's, an upscale resort in the Jewish Alps that is owned by Jake's sarcastic best friend, Max Kellerman. While exploring the resort one evening, Baby secretly observes Max instructing all of his waiters, who are all Ivy League students, to romance the guests' daughters, no matter how unattractive they may be. Max also demeans the working class entertainment, including Johnny Castle, one of the dance instructors. Now, Baby is attracted to Johnny and dances briefly with him after his kind-hearted cousin, Billy, introduces them at a secret party only for the resort staff. Max's grandson, Neil, also attempts to flirt with Baby in the meantime. Baby then discovers that Johnny's dance partner, Penny, is pregnant by Robbie, a waiter and womanizer who attends Yale School of Medicine and now has his eye on her sister Lisa. When Robbie refuses to help Penny, Baby, without explaining why, borrows money from her father in order to help pay for Penny's abortion. At first, Penny declines the offer, as it would cause her and Johnny to miss a performance at a nearby resort, which would cost them a season's salary. So Baby volunteers to stand in for Penny. During her dance sessions with Johnny, they develop a mutual attraction, and despite their failure to execute a climactic lift, Johnny and Baby's performance is successful. Back at Kellerman's, Penny is gravely injured by the botched abortion, and Baby enlists her father's help to stabilize Penny. Angered by Baby's deception and assuming that Johnny got her pregnant, Dr. Houseman orders Baby to stay away from them. Baby sneaks out anyways to apologize to Johnny for her father's treatment of him, but Johnny feels that he deserves it due to his lower class status. However, Baby reassures him of his worth and declares her love for him, and they begin to see each other secretly, causing her father to refuse to talk to her. Johnny rejects an indecent proposal by Vivian Pressman, an adulterous wife who instead sleeps with Robbie, inadvertently foiling Lisa's plans to lose her virginity to him. But when Vivian spots Baby leaving Johnny's cabin, she feels spurned and seeks revenge on Johnny by claiming that he stole her husband's wallet. Max is ready to fire Johnny, but Baby backs up his alibi by revealing that she was with Johnny on the night of the theft. The real thieves, Sidney and Sylvia Schumacher, are caught, but Johnny is still terminated for mixing with Baby. Baby later apologizes to her father for lying, but not for her romance with Johnny, and then accuses her father of classism. At the end of the season talent show, Dr. Houseman gives Robbie a recommendation letter for medical school. But when Robbie admits that he is the one that got Penny pregnant and then insults her and baby, Dr. Houseman angrily grabs the letter back. Johnny then arrives and disrupts the final song by bringing Baby up on stage and declaring that she has made him a better person. They then perform the dance that they have been practicing all summer long, ending with a successful climatic lift. Dr. Houseman admits that he was wrong about Johnny and reconciles with Baby as our movie comes to its end. As I said, this movie is just legendary. It's iconic. When you think of chick flicks, you think of Dirty Dancing. Why I didn't do this movie 2 years ago when I did chick flicks, I'm not sure. Maybe I just wanted to hold off a little bit. There were other things I really wanted to do. I personally have never been a fan of this movie. When I was younger, junior high girls, high school girls would rent this movie religiously, like every Friday night. It was the popular movie. And whenever something is shoved down the public's throats like that, I usually push away from it. I did it with this. I did it with Titanic. I did it with The Bodyguard, which I did review 2 years ago. I do it with music. I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. My Heart Will Go On from Celine Dion. Again, The Bodyguard and Titanic, respectively. I just push away from that stuff. When something gets overhyped and oversaturated, I rebel against it. It wasn't until I began dating my daughter's mom. So we're looking at almost 20 years ago now when I finally saw this movie for the first time. And I did enjoy it because all the hype had died down by it. I think I saw this after Patrick Swayze passed away. So that would even put it a few years back because I want to say he passed away in 2008, 2009, 2010, somewhere in there. So still, that means it's been almost 15 years since I've seen it for the first time. And I think I only saw it because he passed. And I felt like I owed it to myself, being a fan of some of his other movies, the more action fare, Roadhouse, Point Break, to go and see the film that really kind of put him on the map and made him an icon. So I saw it and I enjoyed it and it was good. But like I said, the hype had really died down about it by that point. It wasn't the It movie that people were renting on a regular, partially because video stores were dead at that point. But still, it just wasn't the movie that everyone was hyped about. So I was able to go into it with fresh eyes and watch it unobstructed without all these people's opinions in my ear, which I think is why I was able to enjoy it. Patrick Swayze as Johnny was awesome. I can see why women fell in love with him in this role. Jennifer Grey was great as Baby. And this is going to sound messed up, but what I love about Jennifer Grey as the leading lady in this is that she is not the typical look for your leading lady. She isn't your Demi Moore, your Sharon Stone, your Rebecca De Mornay's, your Kelly LeBrock's, your Daryl Hannah's, and I'm trying to think of other women at the time, your Meg Ryan's, your Sally Fields. She's not this overtly gorgeous woman on the surface. She's plain Jane. And I think that works perfectly for this because of the film being placed in 1963. more women back then were plain Jane. They weren't all supermodel looks. So for somebody who is plain Jane, like Jennifer Grey, to be the leading lady and to be the object of Patrick Swayze's affection, I feel works in the confines of this story. And it really helped to elevate her in her stature at the time as well. I think the casting was great. I had forgotten Wayne Knight was in this because I want to say this is only the second time I've seen the movie start to finish. I had forgotten Wayne Knight was in this, and seeing him pop up, it's like, damn, okay. Number one, I just can't get rid of you. Number two, you look the same as you did in Seinfeld. Dude doesn't change. Looks the same, sounds the same, acts the same. But I digress. This movie, I feel, over time has gone from extremely overrated to almost underrated in the grand scheme of things. So, with that being said, I highly recommend, if you have never seen Dirty Dancing, give it a watch. Maybe you'll enjoy it, maybe you won't. If you're a fan of 60s music, you'd probably enjoy it just for the soundtrack, if I'm being honest. But I think you owe it to yourself as a guy, regardless of how macho you may feel that you are. I feel you owe it to yourself to give this movie a watch. When it comes to my rating for Dirty Dancing, I give this film 4 out of 5 stars. It's damn good. If I had had the connection to this film prior to Patrick's passing, and it had a connection to it back in the 80s, early 90s when I was younger, this very easily could be a 5-star movie for me. But it's not. I don't have the same connection that legions of other Swayze fans do. So for me, 4 out of 5 stars. What do you guys think of Dirty Dancing? Let me know. If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. Let's have that conversation, that discussion, that debate, that interaction that I'm always asking you guys for in the comments below. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow as we've got another big day planned ahead of us. Right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel. It'll be a brand new special Tuesday edition of Renegades Reviews as we discuss what else Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day. Starring Jessica Alba, Kathy Bates, Jessica Biel, Bradley Cooper, Patrick Dempsey, Jamie Foxx, Jennifer Garner, Topher Grace, Anne Hathaway, Ashton Kutcher, Queen Latifah, Taylor Lautner, George Lopez, Shirley MacLaine, Emma Roberts, Julia Roberts, and Taylor Swift, amongst many others. And then at the top of the hour, it'll be time to open the doors once again for Stat Boy Sports Bar, featuring Dory Lou. The food is hot, the beer is ice cold, and the seats are warm, so pull up a bar stool as Stat Boy, Dory Lou, and their island of misfits discuss the Super Bowl. And then, later on in the evening, on the Casa D18 Studios channel, the Jeff Meacham Network, and across the Jeff Meacham Network multiverse of media, it'll be time for the flagship show, Talk Wrestling or Anything, with Jeff Meacham. 7:05 p.m. Pacific Time, 10:05 Eastern. Jeff Meacham will be back in the chair live answering all of your viewer questions. You don't want to miss out on any of that content right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, on the Jeff Meacham Network, across the Jeff Meacham Network, multiverse of media. We've got a special Tuesday review of Valentine's Day for you on Valentine's Day. Stat Boy Sports Bar featuring Dory Lou, talk wrestling or anything with Jeff Meacham. And then come Wednesday, we kick over to Black History Month. So much more in store for you this month. You don't want to miss out on anything. So make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that notification bell is turned on so you don't miss out anytime a video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel or anytime we go live, as is the case with Statboy Sports Bar, Open Mic Night, pay-per-view PLE coverage, etc. Share these videos with your family, friends, loved ones, coworkers, movie fanatics, cinephiles in your life. Fans of Patrick Swayze, fans of Jennifer Grey, fans of Wayne Knight, fans of Jerry Orbach, anybody you can think of that would enjoy this content in this video, share it with them. It's the only way we're going to boost up my visibility in YouTube's algorithms so I can eventually get monetized and begin making money on the hard work I've put into the channel here for the last 2 years. Thank you once again, everyone who joined me and tuned in today. It means so much more to me than you'll ever know, and I will see you guys next time.